Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. It has been a while. I didn't know if I'd ever say that again, but it would be wrong of me not to come back, check in on you guys, because I don't know how I missed, but they did a Solo Leveling Collab. So anyone who hasn't been playing the game, if you want to jump back in to check it out, that is who this video is for. If you're an existing player, let me know how the game is, where it's at. Will I be playing through a fresh account with these guys? As much as I would like to, I'm just way too busy at the moment to go ahead and do that. But I wanted to make a video checking these guys out because anytime I play any game and people talk about collabs, the one collab I always say is Solo Leveling, and we've got it in AFK Arena. Now, how did I find out about this? I randomly had a Furry Hippo Gaming beginner guide for 2025 pop up on my YouTube feed, and on the thumbnail was Sun Jinwoo and Hunter Char, and I'm like, no way that is the case. So I came here, I opened up BlueStacks, which is laggy as hell. I downloaded the update for the game, which for some reason on BlueStacks, updates take like 15 minutes to do. And now we're here, and I want to take a look at them. But let me know how the game is going, because I had a quick browse while I was scrolling down. I saw they did another collab. I have no idea what these characters are even from. So yeah, there's that one. But I noticed that since I played, there's been one new Graveborn, and there's been like no new, because I was around for Euron, there's been no new Wilders and no new Maulers, yet there's been, what is it, 3 or 4? No, I think she was around. So about 3 new dragons. So let me know how the state of the game is with the dragons and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I always love this game for an early game playthrough. And with new characters, it's pretty cool. Now, they changed up the exchange I also saw for these characters as well, where it's like you do the exchange early, but then you've still got to wait like 28 days to actually get them. It's like it's similar but different. But I wanted to jump in because as excited as I am for this, I feel like they've done Gino dirty in this one. Because I want at bare minimum him to summon Egress. Like, you cannot have him without the Arise being one of his skills. Like, I think I'm about to get disappointed because I haven't actually looked into it. All I did was when the event popped up, the exchange event when I opened the game, and then I've come here and seen him. So I am really hoping at bare minimum he summons Egress. If he got the whole Shadow Army, like Beru's sick as well. Like, I love Solo Leveling, so I'm really hoping that he gets some good stuff. And but he just starts in his base form. Now that's is that the dagger he gets from killing the snake? I can't remember. Whatever it is. Anyway, let's take a look. I'm only going to read short descriptions because we're not here to deep analyze the game. We're just here to have a look at the characters and see what they're about, okay? Let me know in the comments as well. Are they good? What's the state of them? All that sort of stuff. Update me everything on the game. But here we go. Killer Intuition. Unleashes murderous intent to frighten enemies, dealing damage to all enemies and reducing and rendering them and I still can't read, guys, unable to move or use skills. Wait, we got it for 3 seconds. Okay. And reduces their dodge. Now, the duration in which enemies are unable to move or use skills is increased to 5 seconds. For this duration, okay, nice. So it's a 5-second AoE CC. Not too bad. I don't know where the meta's at in the game. Like, I don't know if that's good now or what. You guys update me. Passive. Okay, what's this one? Indomitable Will. When Gino is affected by certain debuffs from enemy heroes or summons, their duration cannot exceed 2 seconds. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Within 6 seconds after being affected by a certain debuff, he will land a guaranteed critical strike on the source of the debuff. Okay. Teleports behind the enemy hero that has dealt the highest damage and launches 3 strikes, each dealing damage equal to 300% of attack. Also applies the exposed effect, which reduces the enemy's crit block rate. So he's going to be crit, like increased crit for your whole team basically, and crit damage resistance by 35 points. Okay, sweet. Let's check the engraving. For 4 seconds after untargetable effect expires, he takes 45% less damage. Enemies affected by exposed take 60%. Okay, from him. 60% more damage from him. Okay. Honestly, not too bad. Yeah, it's just from him. All right. For every 15 seconds that pass during battle, he levels up. Okay, that's kind of cool. But we don't have any summoning. No, maybe it's in his SIG item or something. Levels up. Upon leveling, he recovers health equal to 100% of max. Okay, cool. And recovers a full energy. Okay. And gains permanent boost to attack, defense, and max health equal to 40, 40, 40. Dude, that sounds all right. I mean, dude, I want to start a new account and just using the trial version as the carry. Oh my God. The REM days of old. Are their initial values respectively. He can level up to 3 times per battle. When deployed together with Char, 75% of his effects are granted to Char. Now, I'm assuming Char is going to be massive DPS. Like, she can't not be. It feels like by this, he's going to be a support character. Like, it sounds like he's got good AoE control. He can stack his stats, but he doesn't have like a big nuke by the sounds of it, except for his ult. Which isn't massive damage, so I think he's going to be like the support, like kind of like when we had Irons and Albedo. Albedo was the support. We'll wait and see. Oh, maximum number of level ups goes to 5. Upon leveling up, Juno's crit rating, crit damage amplification, accuracy, and dodge are also increased, which then 75% of that goes to Char. That's pretty cool. All right, Sig. Please summon. When he deals damage to an enemy, he applies poisoned for 3 seconds. So it is the blade from the snake. The enemy takes damage equal to 100. Okay, so it's a poison. The duration of the poison is increased. When he's leveled up 1 time, the damage from the poison permanently increases by 50%. Okay, stacked up to 4 times. Maybe that's good overtime damage. If the enemy suffers exposed while poisoned, they will lose 150 energy every 1 second for a total of 4 seconds. Not too bad. While poisoned, enemies... Is that just a perma 60% damage amplification? As if he's not going to be a beast for bosses with that. I read that as a perma 60% damage amplification. Am I reading that wrong? Because that sounds kind of cracked. Let me know. All right, furniture. Upon leveling up, he will cast Shadow Hunt an extra time, and this cast will not affect the skill's cooldowns. Upon leveling up, I think that was his second skill. No, where was it? Shadow Hunt. Oh, the teleport one. Yep. Okay, cool. Upon leveling up, he gains daily rewards effect. I like that. For the duration, his damage will ignore 25% of the enemy's damage resist, and 65% of the damage will be converted into healing for himself. Honestly, he sounds like a pretty cracked support, and it seems like he's going to be even more cracked with Char, because then Char's going to get those extra benefits if she's a DPS. But honestly, was it the 40 sig? Like, basically just a 60% damage amp just sounds crazy. Anyway, that is him. Let's go to the arena trials. Honestly, I'm a little bit sad that we don't get like the boss version of him with summoning at bare minimum Egress. Like, I just wanted Egress at least, but let's take a look. All right, let's put it on auto. Yep, 2 times will do. Okay, that's his big AoE. That's his teleport. And you can see him getting the dodges. Now, does he get his level up? How do we see his level up? Or did I miss it already? How does he level up? Maybe did he already level up to max? Oh, okay. There was his level up, and there's his level up again. Okay. Honestly, I love him, but it's like, come on. Like, can you imagine the whole Shadow Army? And he just goes, like you know how Joker has that little, like, cutscene where he takes up the whole screen? Could you imagine if it was just, like, him going, arise? And then you just get, like, the Shadow Army just go, woof. It would be so insane. The dude had to be a summoner. Oh, listen, I'm a little bit cut up about it. Let's check out Hunter Char anyway and take a look. All right. Char. We're going to go big descriptions because it gives us more insight, even though I said I wasn't going to. Okay. Char dances her sword of light across the battlefield, inflicting 4 strikes of damage equal to 750% of attack. Wait, is that 4 strikes? Each strike being 750? Surely not. That sounds insane if that... Like, I don't know where damage multipliers have gone. Each equal to... That sounds like 4 hits of 750. That is huge. The damage of each strike will be split. And imagine once she gets the extra buffs from bloody... I feel like this is going to be insane once she gets the buffs from Jinwoo. But we'll have to wait and see. The damage of each strike will be split evenly between all enemies. Wait, that makes her... Okay. I got to be too excited there for a second. But that means if it's a boss, the boss is taking all of the damage if it's a single boss, which is still insane for a single target multiplier now. The damage of each strike increases to 900%. The first 4 times the skill is used during battle applies suppressed on all enemies for 8 seconds. Dude, what is suppressed? Am I supposed to know what suppressed is, or have I missed something along the way, guys? Let me know. Deals 2 strikes of damage equal to 300% of attack rating to the target and applies suppressed. Okay, it's her buff, debuff. Suppressed on them for 8 seconds. While suppressed, the enemy's accuracy is reduced by 90 points and their magic efficiency is reduced by 40 points. Okay. Damage dealt to the target is increased by 400%. Wait. Damage, okay, that just increases the multiplier. The duration of suppression effect increased to 10 seconds. While suppressed, the enemy's increases the numbers. While suppressed, the enemy inflicts 60% less damage on and health loss on Char. So it's a nice little survivability boost for her as well. All right, strategic guide. Char dashes towards the enemy that has dealt the highest damage to allies, dealing 3 strikes of damage equal to 350% of attack rating while knocking them down and stunning them for 2 seconds. Dude, this is look at these skill up descriptions. Holy shit, let's go. Every time the skill is used, the enemy that has dealt the highest damage to allies is marked as a final boss. Up to 1 final boss can be present at a time. I like this. When allies deal damage to a final boss, Char will also deal damage equal to 200% of attack rating to them. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 3 seconds. Active. Damage dealt is increased to 450% of attack rating. When allies deal damage to a final boss, she deals extra damage equal to 300% of her attack rating. This effect can be triggered 1 time every 1.5 seconds. Okay, it's getting even more. So let's go the engraving. When a final boss dies, the attack rating and defense rating of the remaining enemy heroes are reduced by 20% until the battle ends. Is that like a max HP destruction thing? When a final boss dies, the attack rating and defense rating... Oh, attack and defense, not health. Yeah, okay. So they just get... That's not bad. Good survivability, good for snowballing damage. Okay. I'm liking her kit now at the moment. Passive. All damage dealt by Char is converted into divine damage that cannot crit. Okay. When deployed together with Jinwoo, Char's divine damage dealt to exposed enemies can crit. Okay. For every 25 points of crit Char has, she deals 20% more damage, more divine damage for a max increase up to 80%. Okay, so we're not critting, but we're getting damage amplification from crits anyway. For every 20 points of crit she has, she deals 30% more. And then, so she's getting this damage amplification, but the condition is she can't crit. But then if she's with Jinwoo, she gets the crit anyway and gets all the damage amp. Okay. Char's damage is guaranteed to hit. Divine damage dealt is increased by 40% for every 20 points of crit rating she has, for a maximum increase of up to 160%. I don't know. I feel like these numbers are getting nuts. After an enemy takes damage from her, she will deal 30% more damage to them for 4 seconds. Okay. So she just gets... Is there a cooldown on that? Otherwise, it's just like a permanent 30% increase, isn't it? After an enemy takes damage from her, she'll deal 50% for 4 seconds extra. After an enemy takes damage... the duration for which she will deal increased damage increase. I don't get the cooldown on this. Or is it only 1 time per battle? I don't know. After an enemy takes damage from her, other allies will also deal 50% more damage to them for 6 seconds. Dude, during battle, for every one allied hero that survives, her attack rating is... Dude, I feel like these numbers are insane. I feel like the boss damage you can get out of her paired with Jinwoo is going to be nuts. All right. Furniture. At the start of battle, she immediately gains the perfect... strategy buff for 12 seconds. For this duration, she gains 10 points of haste every time she uses an active skill. The maximum haste boost provided by this is 50 points, okay? While the perfect strategy buff is active, her normal attacks and active skills are enhanced by 80%. Dude, honestly, she sounds like a savage damage. Actually, you know what I didn't check? I don't even know what account I'm on. This is just one that I logged into because I was logged out of everything. Let me go to settings, and I don't know if they have animations. Where? Ultimate animations. Let's just turn that on. I don't know if they have like big animations, but I'm hoping they do. So let's check out her, and if she has one, we'll go check out Jinwoo. All right, let's go. Let's see what this has to offer. All right, here we go. Battle. Whoop, whoop. Okay, no alt animation. I mean, she's... I do like it though. There's no alt animation, but I do like something that takes up the whole screen like that. Like, I mean, Jinwoo's does, but like, I'm just still devastated about the lack of. To me, she sounds insane on her own. I feel like Jinwoo sounds insane on his own with the 40 Sig item for a 60% damage amplification across the board. But I think together they're going to be absolutely crazy. But once again, I've been out of the mix. I don't know where things are at, but. Yeah, she's going to slap hard. Holy shit. Anyway, that is the new characters. Guys, I don't know when you'll see me again, what the go is, but let me know how you're all doing. Let me know how the game is. Any thoughts you have, I'll be checking the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.